Well, a very, very warm welcome on what is, of course, a truly special day in this part of the world. It is Derby Day, a rivalry so deeply entrenched into the history of sport in this land. It divides opinions, it divides families, it divides just about anything that can be divided. The game itself lasts just 90 minutes, but its repercussions can be felt for months and years ahead. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So it's down to business here. Derby's always an occasion for pride and for passion. And this one, no shot at goal! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, if that was their intention pre-match, let me tell you, it's worked out very nicely. I think for the skipper to chip in with a goal too is a bonus. But this game has already taken on a real attacking edge, and long may that continue.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Arsenal didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? Arsenal must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on a very difficult spell.
And it's Kane. Bale. He's had a goal! No mistake! 2-0 and in next to no time. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Lacazette. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Lo Celso, and here's Kane. Caught offside that time. Lo Celso fires from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Lo Celso put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Torreira.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Chance! Oh, great save, real class.
Lacazette simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Arsenal awarded another corner. And it's been taken short. Had a shot! No, not quite.
Yeah, maybe the circumstances are beginning to heap on the pressure because they're trying to force it.
Winks, goes looking. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Ceballos. Forward it goes. He's tried one. And he's there to make a great save.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min plays it out to the wing. Looking for goal! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Torreira hoists it forward. Willian. And he's going long. Now it's Kane. Kane.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit.
Lacazette. Granit Xhaka has a go! Sticks it away! And right on half-time, that is telling! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Tottenham leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. Well, the action has already resumed here. Changes made by neither side from what we understand. Luis plays it forward. He's left his man. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Aubameyang gets the better of his man. A chance! Kane, whose scoring skills have already been evident. And that's been won straight back. And it's Xhaka. Willian. Lacazette has a hit! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Torreira tries to get it forward quickly. Lacazette.
Arsenal are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a...
Just the keeper's a Kane! Good save, keeper read that well.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Ceballos. Just brushed off the ball there. And it's Bale. He's pinged one through here. Going through. Kane.
Tottenham are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Tottenham just have to run down the clock. It's Lacazette! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Arsenal really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
Davis. Davis drives it forward. Kane. It's got through to him. Ali. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And the referee brings it to a close. Tottenham win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. Well, how will we look back on that?
Tottenham made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win will do. These games are always tough, you know, it's not always about form, it's not always about class or style, it's about pride, and they showed loads of that. Their attitude was spot on today.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Tottenham looking to finish the job here, and to do so with appropriate style, Jim.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
Well, we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I would think Lucas Moura.
Once he gets into his dribbling stride, he's almost unstoppable. Close control at speed makes tackling him extremely tricky, and steering him into a congested midfield doesn't always stop him.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Arfield. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. It's a loose ball. Now it's Defoe. Defoe, and the finish! Dyer. Dele Alli. Good running with the ball, can they build on it?
Goldson. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they? It's Lucas Moura! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
In for a header! In for the pieces! There's a goal! Dele Alli was quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great.
But for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Tottenham have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Tottenham keep up this trend of scoring at this sort of time in the first half. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Now the counter. Lucas Moura! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Well, the ball's come loose, and the chase is on. Out to the left it goes. And a header! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. And that's it. That was always inevitable. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Nicely measured pass. He's left his man. It's Lucas Moura! This could fall anywhere. Forward it goes. Gets wrestled off the ball. It's come through. Lucas Moura! Yes! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Some good stubborn defending there. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now it's Lucas Moura. It's open. Oh, shooting chance! And he should have made it 4.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
And through to the goalkeeper. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Tottenham 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Up to meet it! Who will be livid with himself? Time for a change in personnel. Goldson. They've managed to get it away. Now it's Lucas Moura. Hoists it forward. No foul, says the referee. Just brushed off the ball there. It's a great ball. And the shot! And in it goes! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. Lucas Moura duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Tottenham tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Arfield. It's got through and has a pop! It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Yeah, and the fact that he's registered, Peter, simply encourages more attention of a closer nature.
Cross from Aurier. Looking for goal!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
This is gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Lucas Moura being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
It's Bale! He scores! This is as ruthless as it gets.
Well, I think we've gone past humiliation now. This could be doing some real psychological damage.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favour.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Tottenham totally rampant here. Roof. Oh, it's Son Heung-min, and he's away. Son Heung-min! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A contest no more. It is nothing short of utter humiliation.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there may be still more to come. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
So not long left in this now. Tottenham have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. Son Heung-min. Højbjerg. Ruth. And here's Defoe. Rangers have it back and they can go again. Ruth. Defoe with a shot! He's put it wide. And he checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
And it's Son Heung-min. Bale. He gets past his man. And that's that. And just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, that is one big weight off your shoulders now. Progress that was well warranted if you consider the performances to this point. And I think with the pressure off, they can already start their preparations for the next step, which puts them in great position.
Well, whatever time of day or night it is with you, welcome along to a game which is threatened, I have to tell you, by a rather forbidding weather forecast. The expectation is for quite heavy rain as the game grows older this evening. It hasn't arrived just yet, but it will do shortly. Glad to report, though, that that hasn't affected the crowd, who are here in good number and indeed in good voice. And the game will be underway very soon. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Nicholas Otamendi.
And the finish! And it's a goal!
contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
So, a breakthrough already. Tottenham, one of the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Bale plays it out to the flank. Up for the header! In it goes!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Mahrez. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence.
And the header! He's done very well to get to that.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch.
Sterling surely had to know he had the support to his right, and if he didn't, he just needs to get his head up.
And it's Mahrez. And here's Aguero. Going for goal! That's not going to make it. It's a loose ball. De Bruyne gives chase. Sterling. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Lo Celso drives it forward. Kane. Bale has been linked with so many clubs, hasn't he? Would you say, Jim, there's any truth in the rumours? Shot at goal! It's bounced out! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Gundogan. Reguilon is on a run down the left wing. Dinks one in. Son Heung-min provides an outlet. And there's the end of the first half. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. So, first half thoughts?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And that's the second half started. And it's Son Heung-min. Bale! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Gets away from his opponents. Aguero. Great challenge, timed to perfection. Reguilon did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bale. Got a shot away. He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
And here's Aguero. Sterling.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Kane.
Bale really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
And here's Aguero. Shapes to shoot. Oh, great save, real class.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And the through ball is intercepted. Now it's Kane. Goes for goal! Back of the net! And the comeback is complete. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Tottenham go into the lead.
Well, that's the currency he deals in, and he's come good yet again. Never the one to let you down in these situations.
He's spotted, he's had a go! They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
He's made it 3, quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of the sight of him. He's been persistent and ruthless all game. He just hasn't stopped working.
So there's going to be another change here. Tottenham go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And help's available out wide. Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Tottenham can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Manchester making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in a real honest shift.
Son Heung-min, nicely measured pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Otamendi. Rodri. Walker has created 1 goal already. Gundogan. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. Do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Tottenham making another change here. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Lo Celso. Kane. Going through. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, you often need resolve and resilience when under more pressure away from home, but I thought their efforts deserved that.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.